Stop using these perks. There is 18 perks inside Warzone 4. I have gone through and tested all of them. I'm gonna give you the ones you should avoid, and I'm gonna give you the ones that you should be putting in your loadout today. Let's do it. Okay, let's test out dexterity. As you see, this loadout has no dexterity. We have scavenger, tracker, and tempered. Let's go ahead and test some baseline here to figure out how high we can go on dexterity. So we are right here. We're gonna clip right there, 16 meters. Let's see what happens. Takes us down to about 1 bar of health without dexterity at 16 meters. Now let's go back up and see, do we go to 17 meters, 18 meters, 19 meters? What is the cutoff? No dexterity on at all. Let's go up a little bit higher here because remember, Mountaineer was double the amount. Dexterity is not double the amount, as one can tell. So let's go over here. Let's see, where is that? I want the knife. I want right there, 19 meters. Let's see if I survive. No, died. So no dexterity. We got the baseline. Now we're gonna come back. I'll choose a loadout with dexterity and we'll see what it does to help us. All right, loadout with dexterity on. As you can see, dexterity, quick fix, and alertness. So let's find out. Go back down to get a little bit lower height here because we just did that last one. This one should be 15 right here. Yeah, 15. Let's see what it does to our health. About half a gen. So that's pretty good. It's better than what it was without dexterity. But keep in mind, we're comparing it to Mountaineer, and everybody's been running it just like they ran Mountaineer, including me, which is why I was like, wait a second, this doesn't feel the same. It feels off. So let's go over here where 15 meters was half our health. This was 19 meters. Remember, without dexterity before, this is with dexterity on. And you still die. So there is no reason you should ever run dexterity. That's my Chris Tucker impression. Let's move on to the next perk that you need to get out of your loadout, which is quick fix. All right, let me show you quick fix. It's got a couple things that you can do. Let me demonstrate on quick fix. One of the things you're not gonna like about it is it does move particularly really slow when you're trying to hip fire and plate. So see, it makes me plate really slow and you can't really get a good aim. So it's kind of a waste when it comes to that. And let me go show you the health regen because that piece isn't working very well either. You might as well run Survivor or a different perk besides quick fix. So let's see if I can get somebody to shoot me and I will show you the health regen is just so slow and it doesn't even work at all. It's literally so bad. Now see on quick fix, let me get down. Look at, I'm not regenning health at all. Like I'm plating, but I'm not regenning any health. And on quick fix, I only regen health when I kill them or down them. But when I'm plating, I'm not. So this perk you shouldn't even be using. It's a complete waste of time. Get it out of your loadout. Okay, let's take a look at some of the perks that you should be using by category. We've already talked about dexterity. You should not be using it. It's a con. It doesn't work. Maybe they'll fix it. Maybe it's meant to be that way. We don't know. But let's look at some other perks in this category. You have veteran. We have reflexes. Reflexes is just like exploding stuff with live grenades, like reset fuse timers. These two I really don't see being that huge of a deal. Grenadier is fine. I mean, it's like the strong arm that we had before, but it's not the most, effective perk. I don't really think that. It does slow the health regen and movement of the other players to about 10 seconds. So yeah, it could be useful. I just believe Scavenger and Survivor for me are the two perks in this category that mean the most. And let me give you my opinions here. One, Scavenger, you start with full ammo when you get your loadout. And I don't know about you, but I've experienced a really hard time in this new Warzone era to get ammo. I'm constantly popping boxes, and without a backpack, I'm used to more ammo. So starting with more, like an AR would start with 360 plus the mag in the gun. That's a lot of ammo, and you're not having to always search for ammo. So for me, I've been running that one, and also Survivor. A couple reasons why you want to run Survivor over another perk that I'll talk about here shortly is the health regen. You're gonna fast, really quick, fast health regen within 3 seconds. Now you're probably thinking, what's the normal health regen? Well, that's 6 seconds. So you're gonna speed up the time in half. Plus, when people pick you up, it will be at double as fast as well. So those two in that category, Scavenger and Survivor, those are the two I would go with. Now in this category, we talked about Quick Fix. That one is totally broken. It's not working. So until they fix that, you're not gonna want that. Cold-blooded could be great, but it's supposed to go against Tracker, and actually currently Tracker works on it. So not something you need. Sprinter is interesting because it gives you unlimited attack sprint. Now, if you go with your melee weapon, you already have unlimited attack sprint. If you're a movement king like Joe, maybe Sprinter you want on all the time so you don't have to go melee, because you have to swap from melee to gun. So maybe that is going to be a pain for you. So that is not a bad option. Tracker, I really like Tracker for a couple of reasons. One, obviously you see the enemy footsteps, but hitting an enemy, it auto pings them when you hit them, and the further they're out, it'll go infinity, 200-300 yards out or meters out, it pings them longer. You'll have 6 seconds of ping, kind of gives you walls a little bit where you can see where they're at in the building, where they're going, or are they gonna re-peek it, stuff like that. So I really like Tracker. Bomb Squad and Quartermaster, I'm not really a big fan. Quartermaster is just restock. So if you like restock, then before you like Quartermaster, it's the same thing. Bomb Squad, you can hack enemy equipment, ADS to highlight equipment, and does not reduce kill streak damage. It just reduces incoming explosive and fire damage. Just like the perk we had before, they combined it, two of them. But in this fix, I'm looking at Tracker or Sprinter until they fix Quick Fix. If Quick Fix was fixed, we would go with that. That would make sense. Or Cold-Blooded, when right now people with Tracker can use it. So right now, Tracker and Sprinter, based upon your gameplay, I think Tracker is going to be for most, and Sprinter is for those who are more of aggressive player who want to run and gun, for those players. But Tracker and Sprinter in this category is what you're going to want to go with. Now this category is interesting. I mean, you have a lot of familiar things. You have Ghost, which is great. You know, if you're moving around, you are undetectable. You stop moving, you're gonna be detectable. You can only stop for about 1.5 seconds, and then it will pick you up on a UAV. Tempered is great. That is the other one I wanted to talk about. So I talked about Survivor earlier. Now we have Tempered. That is putting 2 plates in instead of 3. Yes, that is a lot faster than doing 2 versus 3. But here's the caveat. When you have Survivor with 3, I can put in 3 plates with Survivor, and my health regen will be back by the time I do 2 plates, and then I have to wait for my health regen. It'll beat it by a few seconds. So kind of play what you want to do. Is it plates? Is it health? I'm leaning towards more health here. Alertness is interesting, and some are saying it's overpowered. Some are saying it's different and they don't like it. Let me give you the rundown of high alert or alertness. It has definitely changed. So you do have to be aiming ADS down sight and looking, not just looking at the players. If you're looking at the player, nothing will happen. You won't get the yellow bars. You have to be aiming down sight. Somebody has to be aiming at you for it to trigger. Now the new thing is the nameplate, and you probably saw it in the other gameplay with Quick Fix. You'll see the NC enemy player plate. That is new to alertness. So that'll tell you up to 30 meters if there's somebody in around your vicinity in 30 meters if you see that nameplate. So it's up to you. Do you want to carry the alertness? So then you have that nameplate for 30 meters and then people aiming at you instead of looking at you. That seems like it could be pretty good. And then Resolute for, like I said, the movement kings of the world. You can run Sprinter with Resolute, and then you can run it really fast. If you get shot, it does last for a few seconds. Gung Ho reduces movement penalty when reloading or using equipment, and it especially with tac sprinting. And we had this perk built in as a default perk before, and now they just separated it out. So if I had to pick for this category, for me, it's really going to come down to probably alertness and Ghost. It really just depends on those two. I think alertness when you're playing a resurgence map, and Ghost when you're playing big map. But get dexterity out of your lineup, get Quick Fix out of your lineup, and technically get Cold-Blooded out of your lineup, because if I have Tracker on, your Cold-Blooded means nothing. All right, guys, if you like videos like this, click or touch the screen now. And why don't you check out my fun video of the $1 controller versus 500. All right, I'll talk to you later. Thanks.